So let's go on now and bring in Mr. Eddie Megwa, Director of Press and Public Relations for the NYSC. He joins us virtually. Good morning and thank you for joining us on the program today.
Thank you, my brother. Good morning and good morning, Nigerians.
Yes, indeed. So ever since eight persons were kidnapped, two initially were rescued. We understand two more have been rescued. So you're waiting for some more. So tell us how the NYSC went about this one. Good news, and at least well done that so far. Two have been released, additional two, so we're waiting for four more now. So what's the backstory concerning how this came through?
Oh, well, we really thank God. Yesterday, we were all excited to hear that two of our prospective core members that were kidnapped in the Zamfara saga were rescued by the military. It's a thing to be happy. It's hope for all of us, hope for the family, that even the remaining four, two girls, two boys, will still be rescued very soon. At least the hope is rising every day. It's been worrisome for us in the scheme over this number of months, that these young ones that are coming up to serve their fatherland were kidnapped on their way to Sokoto. Recall there were 11 in number, and 3 escaped at the point of kidnap, remaining 8 and the driver, and they took them to the bush. On the 1st of September, we were able to got one rescued. On the 20th of October, another girl was rescued. Just yesterday, we also have 2 out from the den of the kidnappers. And they are in the hospital getting medical attention. And I want to believe once they are strong, they will reunite with their families and get on with their national service. We are so happy and we're excited. The DG told the entire nation that we will stop at nothing to ensure that these prospective core members are rescued unhurt, and that is what we are having. What just happened is that there is hope for the remaining 4 that are still in the kidnappers' name.
I mean, it was 2 days ago that there were some headlines. Parents of some of these persons who were kidnapped were just saying the NYSC should not abandon the parents to their fate. So it'll be gladdening that these 2 have been released. And then you said there's hope for the other 4. Is there any communication whatsoever, any indication that these other 4 are still alive?
Oh yes. With what the military is doing, of course, you know, security issues are not supposed to be discussed open. But we have strong hope and believe that everything is good with them. And while they keep on making efforts to get them rescued, as soon as they are out, I'm sure all of us will be informed and we'll all be happy for it.
What message is NYSC? Okay, pardon me. What message is the service putting out to persons who may feel, seeing this story, of course, wouldn't want their ward to be exposed to areas where this can happen, because this was on the road, for instance?
Yeah, Chairman, it's very clear that I said it the other time I was in the station. The NYSC and core members, they are not insulated from the entire Nigerian nation. This kidnap issue is everywhere. And the only thing we need to do is to take precautionary measures so that we don't run into this main of underworld. And what are we supposed to do? Ensure you don't travel in the night. Travel when it's safe. Travel at the daytime. Once it's 6, break your journey. Rest somewhere. After that, then you continue your journey. Because for parents whose words were kidnapped, I'm sure they are going through serious grief, just as we in NYSC. But, you know, if you take precautionary measures, just as we told them. This thing will not happen. If the driver of that vehicle had parked where others were parking, waiting for the military to see them through, or stay over till tomorrow morning, the next day, this thing wouldn't have happened. But some of them would be so insisting that they want to continue the journey, which is not good. The hope is stick to the rules and you'll be safe. It's just as simple as that.
Mr. Megwa, that incident that happened, was it at night it happened?
Oh, sure. It was in the night. It was in the night, my brother. It was in the night. And, the roads are bad. That's one. Two, that Funtua road, till date, 166, nobody moves through that road again. In fact, the military will even tell you, hold on. When we see that it's safe for you to go, we can even see you across. If you dare to move on that road after 6, it's a dead end. You don't do that. But that driver defied all these instructions and moved. But well, that's story for the past. What we are focusing now is how the security will continue to intensify efforts to get the remaining 4 prospective corps members released so that they can reunite with their families and continue with their national service.
Okay, but then to the other corps members who are serving, I do know that in the next few days, some others are going to be passing out from different parts of the country, and they're going to be wanting to return to their homes. What is the message that you'll be putting out for them while we're hoping that these other 4 are released real quick?
Sure. We have given them all the necessary security tips at the orientation camp. And don't forget, by 14th, there would have been 21 days in the camp. And we are on them every minute, every hour in the orientation camp. Okay? And we've given them everything they need to do to secure themselves. And top on the priority is that they must not travel in the night. They must not travel in the night. And we have alerted all security agencies, anywhere corps members will break and say they want to pass the night in any security organization, they will accord them all the rights and privileges for them to sleep.
Okay, Mr. Megwa, since you mentioned the camps, so let me just ask this question. There was this story that came out about the state of some of the NYSC camps. Is the NYSC doing anything about those camps, refurbishing and all of that, or rebuilding it where need be?
Oh, yeah. Let me say this, that NYSC is run by 3 tiers of government. Okay? If you look at Section 3 of the NYSC Act, that's where it empowers the federal government through the Directorate of the NYSC, now called the National Governing Board. Their responsibility like paying the stipends, handling the feeding in camp and all that. Now, you go down in the Act, you look at Section 5 and 6, Section 6 and 7. You discover that is where the power of the state governing board is given to them. They are the one to produce and maintain the NYSC orientation camp. And as the number of corps members are increasing every day, it is expected that they expand the scope of the orientation camp, including all the accessories used in training these corps members. So it is not the responsibility of NYSC, it's the responsibility of state government. And with the advocacy, which the NYSC Director General is moving around with various state governors, most of them are coming up. Don't forget, a few months ago, NYSC started yet another orientation camp in Borno State. You need to go to see what the state governor is building there, improving the infrastructure in the orientation camp. And so also in most NYSC orientation camp nationwide is the state government responsibility. Most of them are living up to it. And for those that are not coming up, the advocacy is still going on for them to continue to do what they're supposed to do.
I don't know if I got your response. I ever read it when this was circulating at the time. in one of the handbooks that was usually given to corps members at the time, there was this clause, I think it was 56 or thereabouts, where I'm seeing C here, where it says, when traveling in high-risk roads such as Abuja, Kaduna, Abuja, Lokoja, Okene, or Aba, Port Harcourt roads, then alert your family members, friends, and colleagues in order to have someone on hand to pay up the ransom that could be demanded. So that was circulating at the time, say it was from NYSC.
Chamberlain, don't forget that this story trended, was trending many, I think about 2-3 years ago. And that conflict you're having did not emanate from NYSC. You know, some unscrupulous elements went and fused that and started circulating just to malign the National Youth Service Corps. We have our handbook, we will have our security tips, which will give our corps members. That's not how the NYSC, which is part of government of this Federal Republic, can go and put that kind of a thing and be circulating. It's not normal. You know, so that thing you're having does not emanate from the National Youth Service Corps.
So that's why, as Director of Press and Public Relations, you have to be on the watch all the time to ensure that you keep tabs.
I'm at all the time. You know, this made of underworld cannot bring down this scheme. This scheme has done so much for this country, and where you are today, I'm sure you will give credit to the National Youth Service Corps. And these young ones, they have a lot to do to reshape the destiny of this country. And that is what we are doing with them.
Okay, well, thank you for coming on this morning. Eddie Megwa, Director of Press and Public Relations of the NYSC.